We've got people from all over the world really coming to Albert City, Iowa for the 175th anniversary of Case. Way back in 1842 is when they started, and joining us now is Dennis Babb of Plain City, Ohio. Dennis, you were at this show 25 years ago, the 150th.
Yes, but it was in Rollag, Minnesota.
In Rollag, Minnesota, and you came home with a tractor, didn't you?
My wife, no. We came home without a tractor. We got home and somebody gave us a call and said, guess what? You left behind. So we had to go back to Rollag to pick it up.
Your wife bought a raffle ticket, and what did she win?
She won that tractor for 10 bucks. Of course, it cost more than 10 bucks to go back and get it, but that worked out good.
So tell us the year and the model on this case.
1957, 350 case. Pretty standard. They didn't make as many 350s as they did 300, so it's a little unusual anyway, but seeing how it's the only tractor that they gave away, I guess that makes it really unusual.
What do you think they did right back in 1957 for farmers with this tractor?
I don't know because I didn't have one back then, but I assume they're pretty dependable. This tractor's 50 years old basically, and it's still going, so I'm thinking the first 10, 15 years must have been pretty good.
And what do people say now when they see it here at the 175th and see it all painted up the way it is?
They want to buy a raffle ticket for $1. And I told them, you're 25 years too late, buddy. You'll have to do something else. Yeah, they don't read the whole little sign there, and they just see the raffle ticket and they want $1. Good. Yeah.
What was your feeling when you got home and you found out you and your wife won?
It went right over my head. My son was watching the house for us, and he said, Dad, some guy called and said you guys won a tractor somewhere. And I didn't have a clue. So when it finally hit, I'm going, golly, I think we got to go back and get this thing. So luckily I had a buddy that was into racing at the time, had a little camper and a trailer, and I called him up and I said, Cliff, my wife won a tractor and I need some help, go get it. And of course, he says, when do you want to leave? I said, wait a minute, don't get all excited here. This tractor's 1,000 miles away. Oh, so we went and got it. We stopped in Minneapolis, and he had a motor out of a Pro Stock race bike, and we stayed there a day and put that motor on a dyno and then drove on up to Rollag, stayed overnight, got the tractor and drove back home. Give us plenty of time to shoot the breeze. Seeing how we don't see each other that often, but it's a nice little trip.
So other than the fact that it only cost you $10 plus shipping.
Yep, the shipping part killed me. Yeah, $10 to get it and $500 to drag it home.
Still a bargain at that price.
Bargain at that price, yes, it was a bargain at that price, yeah.
So what do you like about the 350 other than the price?
Well, it's $10 and I get to use it. I even get mud on it. In fact, the first time I got mud on it, the wife says, what are you doing with that thing? And I said, it's a tractor, isn't it? You're supposed to get dirt on it. So yeah, I use it a little bit, not too much, but I use it a little bit. Put a chipper shredder on it.
So what kind of engine did they have in the 350 back in 1957?
A small gas motor, 168 cubic inches, about 45 horse. And it was a little upgrade from a 300, about 15 more horse. So I don't really know what their plan was because they had a 400 that had about 50, and I never figured out why they even built that, but they did, so they didn't ask me.
Now you're an experienced case collector. It's probably kind of a good idea to have your wife have a tractor, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's nice to have, just play with, and it's nice and shiny. We got several tractors, but not too many of them are shiny, and this one's nice and shiny.
Thanks for sharing the story of the 350 that was the raffle tractor at the 150th anniversary.
The one and only.
The one and only. Dennis and his wife are winners with this tractor. They're thankful that they got to take it home. Thank you for catching Classic Tractor Fever. If you can't get enough Case, be sure to check out these other stories. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep more Classic Tractor Fever rolling.